Hey guys, this is Devlog number 3. I just had a massive breakthrough on the project. I've spent the last 3 days or so trying to get the object detection model that I trained loaded into OpenCV um, for an explanation as to what I had to do for the solution. um, I was running OpenCV version 4.5.5. However, there seems to be a compatibility issue between OpenCV's DNN and YOLO v11 and YOLO v8. Anything that uses dynamic size uh, models, that's my understanding of the issue. Has something to do with the shape of the models and the way that OpenCV parses those shapes, which just there was some kind of a mismatch there. I'm not an expert on it, but upgrading to OpenCV 4.7, I still need to build the CPU variant and get it loaded onto the repo. Um, but building it with 4.7 appears to have worked. Let me shut my door real quick. And yeah, so here I'll do a quick demo. Um, we are going to use, we're not actually going to use a feed from the capture card, um, not direct from the game. This is a YouTube video, um, just for demonstration purposes. So if I hit M, and then when it loads, close that out, you can see the object detection is working. Um, looks like it looks like we might have some double draw on the borders because the numbers aren't clear and readable, which leads me to think that this is two different apples in the same spot, which is a problem. Not exactly sure how to filter that out. It'll probably require some training on the model. But if I hit play, you'll see that it is able to track the apples. However, it's doing so at a very low FPS. Um, you can see it's very laggy. Uh, it is properly recognizing the apples in the image for the most part. I'm going to exit this. So let's do a little bit of an analysis here. 85 milliseconds. Let's see, is there anything slower than 85? 92, that's almost 100 milliseconds. That's a little bit less than 10 FPS, or a little bit more than 10 FPS rather. Um, but it is working. Um, I think in order to increase the frame rate, I'm going to train another copy of the model at a lower resolution. So the resolution of the model that's currently running is 1920 by 1920. Because I wanted as little loss of fidelity in the image as possible for, um, to get the highest accuracy out of the model. Um, but from what I understand, that's not really necessary. Uh, so we're going to try building this with a lower resolution model, but hopefully later today I'll have a update to the GitHub, including the CPU build of OpenCV 4.7, and in that build there will also be a copy of the model here. That'll be in the GitHub as well. So you won't have to train a model or anything. It'll be ready to go on the CPU. Now, eventually I will train a couple of even lower resolution models for those that are having to run this on a CPU, the lower end systems, so that maybe they can get high enough output. I know these games run on the Game Boy Advance at around um, 23 hertz, I believe. So you don't really need an amazing PC to run it, but yeah, this is the stage of the project where I'm going to really start working on optimizations and cleanup. And so yeah, stay tuned. Uh, look forward to part 4 coming hopefully later this week. But thank you for watching, and yeah, best of luck to you.